Okay, here we go. Todd Tries Music, episode 11. Crazy thinking that I've gotten through so many already. But yeah, here we are, episode 11. So, we had some performances back at the Renegade Winery in that last one. Some pretty good ones, ones that we were pretty happy about. In this one, the main thing here is that I get to show you myself actually playing guitar for the first time. So this one has a pretty big milestone in it. Now at this point, especially as I'm documenting this, I've been comfortably playing guitar and some other instruments. Well, banjo mainly, guitar and a little bit of banjo, pretty comfortably for a while now. But I haven't been able to show it yet on this channel. So I've gotten to that point here. So the last video we saw that was in the vicinity of, it was like September 2002, like late September. We now, as we look at the performance here, this jumps ahead to like October of 2002. So apparently 2022. Apparently that's the first time that I got up there and actually played the guitar. And now what I'll show just before that as well is this is weird too, because I really thought I would have had a whole lot of videos of myself learning to play. I took a whole lot of videos throughout this process. When I go into my archives, there's many albums, and I did a pretty good job of organizing everything. So it's a lot of albums, lot of rehearsals, a lot of performances. But just weirdly, yeah, there was all this time. I put time in where I was at home just learning to play, and I guess I just kind of knew I wasn't very good. I knew I just needed to put the hours in, and I was just grinding. But apparently I recorded very little of it. So I just have a couple little clips of me playing not so great. And then we can just jump right into that performance night when I actually get up there and play on my own. So let's get to it. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so here we go. This first clip is July 26th, 2022. I guess if I try to say officially when I truly started, I think a reasonable date to say for that is like towards the end of April or sometime in April, mid-April 2022. So, let's say May, June, July, and then this is August. Yeah, so I think this is about 3 months into my journey of trying to play quite a bit on the guitar. So let's see what it sounded like then. So I'm pretty sure that is supposed to be "Patience" from Guns N' Roses. That's a song I've always loved, and the guitar I'm playing there is a Taylor, which, I mean, interestingly, I had for a little while. I actually bought it used. I got a deal on it. It was from, like, it had it shipped in from like somewhere else, like another Guitar Center out there in the Midwest. Um, it's awesome guitar. It plays great. They're so easy to play. It's funny. Like, I go out to a lot of these open mics, and I very often see Taylors, and for good reason. It's just when you hold it, like, there's something about the neck and everything. Where the frets and the strings are. It's just like buttery on the hand. It's pretty hard to explain, but they're just easier to play. Maybe something a little bit about like the crowning of the like of the neck too. There's something about it. Just they're just easier to play. They're easier to like press the strings and play them. And you know, like a Martin has good playability too. And actually, the Breedlove that I have, I like it quite a bit. But yeah, I had a Taylor at the time. I actually just thought the sound it's like a Taylor 214. You know, I'd have to reassess now, but at the time I thought like when I plugged it in, I thought it sounded a little bright, meaning like, you know, sort of high pitched, whatever, like sort of in your face. I don't know. I probably have to try them again. I mean, they're great guitars. You know, it's there's nothing bad to be said about them. But anyway, yeah, that's a big diatribe. Let's keep going with me trying to play Patience. Okay, so this clip is at my place. This is from the end of August, so this is now a month later beyond that first trying to play clip I showed. Back in those days, especially I was playing a lot. Like I was playing at least like 2 hours a day. My fingers were very beat up, but I was getting a little better. You know, so you can definitely tell like I'm a little more comfortable here. Weirdly, this is a weird clip, honestly, because I was trying to play the Fingers to the Bone song, you know, Kyle's song, right? And you can pull it up on your own or whatever, and listen. And you know, previous episode, like you know, when Kyle came out doing the karaoke and stuff. I don't know. Somehow I thought this kind of sounded like the song. I remember. I think I sent him this clip. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sent him this clip, and I was like, hey, you know, could you? Could you like, is this close enough that you could try to like kind of, you know, do the song this style? And he's like, man, you know what? I don't really hear the song here. And he was right. He is totally right. You know, that is the correct opinion. And shortly after this is when I went and bought my banjo. So yeah, let's hear it. Oh, and I have the Breedlove guitar here too. So somewhere between that July and August, I guess is when I got my baby, which has been named recently. So it's called Rosabella. But yeah, let's play this. I work my fingers to the bone and a pretty little one and got the shoe. Looking for a little bit of rest by the side of the road. Not quite. Not quite. Okay, so I was trying. Definitely, I could tell, you know, much more comfortable, better strumming, all that stuff. But it's still not that great. But I mean, it's a noticeable improvement over that other one. So those are the two clips I have. It's crazy enough. That seems to be all I have, unless I might be missing something. I'll try to dig it up at some point. Maybe there's something hiding. But that's what I know that I have. So, you know, next I'm going to jump into our performance day. And, it's Sean first. Trying to steal my song here that I first brought to his attention. So this is Sean doing Clementine from our favorite Clementine from awesome dude Lincoln Durham. So here we go. Let's see how he does.
eventually. Just go for now and leave me to my sleep. Not free from this world, from this painful heartbeat. But hey, Clementine, don't you cry for me. Clementine, may your path be blessed. Never again to wear your black veil and dress. Let each step take you far from pain. Don't let this world leave this dirty old black stain. But hey, Clementine, don't you cry for me.
I think it's sounding good. Yeah, and like the harmonica accompaniment again, very nice. Funny enough, like that guy, we saw him another time, like many months later, and he instantly was like, "Oh, yo, you're the guys who did Clementine. You're the guys who did Clementine and some Eagles." Apparently, he had like gone and looked up the song and had played it a bunch, and ended up really liking it. So that's just a fun little side story.
Clementine, don't you cry for me. Clementine, now it's time to part. There's no more breath in me, but there's still an ache in my heart. Just give me one last smile and dry your eyes. We had our time, but now it's time to say goodbye. But hey, Clementine, don't you cry for me. But hey, Clementine, don't you cry for me.
Yeah, not bad at all. Okay, so now we get into my guitar debut. There I am with my beloved Breedlove Jeff Bridges special edition up there. Sitting on this comfortable chair. Oh, it's a funny thing. One thing we were actually talking about today. I was at a barbecue at Sean's place, and we were just talking about like these low chairs. You just don't look cool in them. There's something. It's just too casual or something. But it's not a good look. It's not a good stage look. So I definitely prefer like the higher chairs. Like a stool type set. I think a stool looks cool. There's stools you'll see like a stand-up comedian sitting on, that kind of thing. But yeah, I much prefer that. But anyway, I don't know why I'm decided to say that now. But yeah, this is my guitar debut. Here it goes. So let's see how I do. This is gonna be Riptide from Vance Joy. Funny enough, like I have been playing very regularly some other songs. Like I was doing When I Was Your Man, Bruno Mars, and I was doing couple other songs. Oh, like a Phil Collins was one. Against All Odds. Yeah, that's another one I was playing that I was kind of liking. Like maybe I'd do that. But I just I picked this one up just a few days before, like 2 days before, and I was so obsessively playing at the time, and I just kind of incorporated it. It was all like simple chords and things. So I was like, oh, you know what, I could play this, and I just decided to go with this. So here we go. Let's check it out.
dentist and the doc. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends turned green. You're the magician's assistant.
I like to believe that all those screaming girls are for me. They were so blown away by what they were hearing that they wanted to do that. But no, it was actually kind of ridiculous. Like just the moment that I'm doing this debut, that was like the loudest sound I think any of us had ever heard while we've been in this winery. You know, you can never tell exactly like the levels of different sounds because it depends on how close to the source and things. But that was like the loudest screams we'd ever heard at the place. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! Right on cue for me to try to do my debut. But no, it's fine. That was coming from like the other room, you know, and it's a hard room. So yeah, it was going through. Oh, the one thing I want to mention too is just me, like all the. There's uncomfortableness of like, oh wow, okay, I need to look at my iPad over here, but then like my mic is up here and it's not the same position where it is at home, right? I have a setup at home too. I could show that at some point, maybe like my music room. But I have my mic up and I have like a stand. I have a thing that like an iPad holder, but it's just a different arrangement, right? I'm in a different kind of seat. Like everything feels different. So as I'm up there, I'm like, whoa, okay, all right, I got to keep track of everything that's going on. This is feeling crazy. But anyway, yeah, all right, let's go.
Running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you sing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna say the words wrong. There's nobody that I think you like. This guy decides to quit his job and heads to New York City. This cowboy's running from himself. She's been living on the highest shelf. When they come unstuck, lady, running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. I just wanna know if you're gonna stay. I just gotta know. I can't have it anyway. I swear she's destined for the screen. Closest thing to Michelle Pfeiffer that you've ever seen. Lady, running down to the riptide, taking away from the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you sing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Lady, running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you sing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong.
Yeah, so towards the end of that, there, you know, if you listen pretty closely, there was backing vocals coming from our table. So it was like Sean's daughter was there, and a friend, and then I think like our other friend Paula was there, and I think my girlfriend at the time, I think Sylvia was there. So they just started kind of like singing along like with the chorus. and it sounded awesome. It was like this angelic like rising that was suddenly happening, and I think I heard it subtly while I was up there. They were sitting in like a back table, so they're pretty far away, but you can hear it towards the end of that recording with I don't know, maybe 45 seconds left or something, and then inwards. But it's cool. Like, yeah, and the one thing I'll say about that, like, crowd matters a lot. It matters a whole lot to the performers. Like, when they're actively ignoring you or something, like, you're not likely to inject more energy into it, right? But when they are liking what you're doing up there and they're showing appreciation and they're even interacting with it, that's the best you can get. It energizes you. It definitely adds energy, and it makes you perform better for sure. There's no doubt about it. It's like you're giving energy to the crowd, they're giving energy back to you, and it's just it's like a force multiplier. And it really does do something. And it actually literally just sounds better too. When they're joining in, or if you have like a whole bar singing along with you, it's an amazing sound. So just to know that, like, if you're just like, let's say you're just an audience, if you're just observing, some of these events, whatever. Just know that, like, it matters. It does matter. Okay, that's it for this. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this one is going to be Andrew Moses, the host, the guy who hosts this open mic all the time, and the Harmonica Guy. So, again, oh man, I'm sorry. I wish I remembered his name right now. But yeah, so this is the host. He generally warms the room up at the beginning. He'll go play for, depending, maybe he plays for 20 minutes, or something like that. Sometimes a half hour. It depends on how many acts are there. But this is him. And I wish I had much more of this. This is a short clip. It's only 25 seconds or something like that. But yeah, let's listen to this. Neil Young song Heart of Gold.
Keep me searching for a heart of gold. Keep me searching for a gold. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And my heart of gold.
Oof! Wow! Yeah, I really like that. I don't know why I stopped recording. I'm annoyed at myself. Yeah, I wish I had much more of that, but yeah, unfortunately, that's all I have. Okay, yes, Jonathan. Okay, here's another one where I get to introduce a really great character from the scene. So, this guy's awesome. You've heard him in the background at times, like, you can hear him. He's said some stuff. He's always like encouraging people up on stage, always upbeat, just awesome dude. Yeah, this guy Jonathan here, he's playing guitar, which is almost funny for him because he says like he thinks he's very bad at guitar, but he says he plays this one song, and this is actually a song that he wrote. This is an original, and when we first heard it, we are like, "Wow, it's a great song. Where'd that come from?" He's like, "Oh, that's my song." I was like, "Wow, okay." It sounded great. Yeah, apparently, I don't know. He's learned how to play this one song, and I don't know. Maybe he didn't like truly learn the bass line chords or something, like, or you know what I mean. Like, he just knows how to play this one song, is what he says. But I think he's using like Sean's guitar here or something, or the house guitar. Um, yeah, but yeah, this is Jonathan. Great voice, amazing voice. He's like a voice inspiration for me. Just really clear, rings out, like, yeah, really good vocalist. That's another one I wish I had more of it. He's either saying like "surely you" or "shorty you," something like that. But it definitely sounds like it's like about a girl. Um, Yeah, nice song though. Nice song, great singer. We'll have more Jonathan content in the near future. Yeah, like I said, I really like his vocal styles. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that was some performances. I decided to end this. That I wanted to end this episode just a little bit differently. So I'm actually gonna, I'm doing all these introductions. I'm gonna introduce you to a couple of my instruments here now. So now I finally can. I've been waiting for this. But first, this is my baby. It was nicely named on Facebook. So I reached out to like friends and stuff, and I posted a photo, and I'm like, this guitar needs to be named, right? So this is a again, it's a Breedlove, all in this together inlay Jeff Bridges special guitar. Got a Guitar Center. I got on a really good deal. This wood is absolutely incredible, and I think this is kind of like the secret to it. This is what really makes it, to me, unique. It makes it special. It's a Granadillo wood, which is really dense, right? It's a very dense wood. So this is actually heavy for its size. I don't mind that at all. I mean, I know some people like a light guitar. For me, I don't see any reason why it matters, why it's bad in any way, but what it does is it really makes this thing ring out. So even if I'm just like strumming my fingers, like it just it just plays nicely. I just really like this guitar. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's just I just love this thing. Again, it's this Mexican it's a type of rosewood, and that's actually why, so I knew I wanted like a Latina type name, and then we knew it was a rosewood, and then one of my friends suggested, she was like, you know what, Rosabella. So I was like, oh yeah, all right. So this is Rosabella. That was named pretty recently. So I take that everywhere. Unless I know I'm going to like some rugged type place, I actually have a backup of it. You know what? I'll show it real quick. It's a Yamaha. This is sort of like the beater guitar. This was quite a bit cheaper. This was like half the price. Yeah, but this is actually a very nice guitar too. It's a Yamaha. Ooh. 850. It's something like that. The Yamaha, but it's a really good guitar. There's a pure acoustic version, which is really good too. It doesn't have the cutout here, but it's this. I think they call it concert size. It's a little smaller than like a dreadnought. For anybody who's familiar with this stuff. But I also like this one. This is also a nice guitar. It doesn't play nearly as loudly, so it's more like I actually really prefer to play with the pick on this one. But it's also just a nice guitar. It's a really good beater, backup guitar. So that's one I can take to places when again when I'm worried about like doing any damage to my main guitar. And this is the banjo that Kyle forced me to get. It didn't force me to get it, but he initiated by bringing that "Fingers to the Bone" song to me for the Brown Bird song, which I really like. I feel like I got an amazing deal. Again, this was less than 200. It's something called a Vangoa, Vangoa, and I found it on Amazon. The build quality of this is crazy. This thing is heavy. This is a nice wood. It came with the strap. It came with the kit. It came with a little tuner. It came with a bag full of picks and things. All this stuff. Amazing deal. Even a pickup. It's got a pickup. So yeah, I really like. I play a little bit. I've been playing the guitar a lot more recently, but I've been getting back into the banjo. And if you never really saw a banjo before, the interesting thing about it is this is actually just like a drum head. This is like a common drum brand, the Remo. So it's literally just like a drum head on here. This one is not open in the back. Some of them are open in the back. But this is what gives you like punchy sound. Is the drum, I guess, is what makes a big difference of it. But yeah, so that's the banjo too. I don't think the banjo has a name. Maybe eventually. Yeah, but this is exciting for me because I finally, I've been sitting here all this time. I'm like, I have to hold back. I can't show like myself playing instruments or anything. I'm doing this chronological thing, so I didn't want to jump the gun and do any playing or anything like that. So maybe in future episodes I will start playing some songs and things like that. I wanted to incorporate that into my intros or outros or whatever. But yeah, so that's my instruments. That's my first time playing guitar. Hopefully you liked all that. And this is probably gonna be a long episode, but whatever. If you're watching all this, you're a super fan, so I appreciate you. Thank you. Or you're Rusk, or you're Kyle. You might be one of those people. But either way, thank you guys and everything. And yeah, I'll see you soon. So this is a wrap on 11. All right, bye.